Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Imagine Live, Chapter 205 from the Dojo. I'm your host, Mike Zeke, accompanied by, as always, Jimmy, the high-flying hippie. How are we doing tonight, my friend?
Doing great. 205 times we have appeared on your screen as the longest-running weekly wrestling program here in Pennsylvania today, and we thank you for tuning in as always. How you doing, Mike?
I'm great, man. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. Got a lot to cover, a lot of fallout from our Rail City Rumble. We have a new #1 contender for the Imagine Heavyweight Championship, and we will hear from our Imagine Heavyweight Champion, Chris Coleman, just a little bit later. We'll also hear from our new Imagine Live Champion, Magnus Knox, and the Acquired Taste newcomer, Mason Lawrence. I think I said his name right. I think that's how he pronounces it. Plus, as I said, new #1 contenders for not only the Imagine Championship, but tonight we're going to determine who the #1 contender is going to be for the Imagine Live title, where the Rocker, Chris Sands.
We're going to bang some heads tonight. Woo!
Rocker Chris Sands will be taking on the former longest reigning Imagine Live heavyweight champion, that lowlife, James Ross, in our main event. But shortly after our main event, we're also going to have a contract signing between our Imagine tag team champions, the Rad Boys, and the Watch, collectively of the Sideshow Psycho Malachi Gage and the Alpha, Rick Matthews. If you weren't there this past Saturday, it was announced the Rad Boys challenged the Watch to a final tag team showdown next month on August 17th, and whoever gets pinned in that match has to leave Imagine Wrestling forever. They're released immediately. Whoever gets pinned, whoever loses that matchup for their team, they're gone. Gone forever. So we'll see that. That's after our main event, so make sure you stick around for that. That's going to be directly after our #1 contenders match. And we'll also have new fan of the week, and we have so much more. But again, don't forget to subscribe. You won't miss a minute. Won't miss a minute. We're back in Altoona, man. I just said August 17th. Tickets are on sale right now. They're on sale at the website. There's some VIP available as well. Get your tickets. Get them now. I know we got 5 weeks, but get your tickets now. Don't miss August 17th.
That's right. We're back on the home court on the 17th. The only way to see Imagine Wrestling is to see it live. See the wildest, the most insane, the most family-friendly, affordable night of entertainment here in Pennsylvania. Imagine Wrestling right here at home in Altoona. That's on August 17th. Get your tickets.
And our sponsor, as always, for our Altoona shows is Renewal by Anderson. If you're looking for high-quality windows or patio door home investment options within your budget, contact my buddy DC Bentley, a.k.a. Jordan Treese of Renewal by Anderson at 814-330-9870, or visit them today in their showroom located at 487 Municipal Drive, Duncansville, Pennsylvania, 16635. Ask for Jordan, and don't forget to ask about their monthly specials. Just shoot him a text. He always has his phone on him.
Insulate your home with Renewal by Anderson. Help keep that cold air in this summer heat. Renewal by Anderson, as always, we thank our sponsors.
And with that, I'd like to send it to a little video here so we can see how Magnus Knox became the Imagine Live champion. Let's go to that right now.
With the high life myself, I can relate.
Same. There's the cutter!
Clean in the middle.
Wait a minute, hold on! Our heavyweight champion's out here. What's he doing?
Chris Coleman's out at ringside.
Come on, man.
Hey, wait. Come on, man. Come on, Chris.
Oh. Wait, what's going on? Wait a minute. Magnus just slid in. 1, 2, 3. Magnus Knox is the champion. What just happened, Jimmy?
John Ross lost in the fog of war. Magnus Knox slides in, and we have a new...
What just happened?
Imagine Live champion, and that is the real deal, Magnus Knox.
DC, was that a 3?
What? I mean, I don't agree with what I just saw there.
Magnus Knox is our new
interference.
Imagine Live heavyweight champion.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the Imagine Nation, that was the result of that Imagine Live Championship title match last week. Let's go ahead and bring in your victor and newly crowned Imagine Live champion, the real deal, Magnus Knox. Magnus, that was a definitive yet controversial victory for this Imagine Live Championship title. What do you have to say for your efforts?
Controversial is a little bit insane. I know not everyone can be as smart as me, the real deal, but I think everyone can count to 3, and we all just saw 1, 2, 3. I got that win fair and square. And now people might complain. They might say, yeah, I'm a dumb wrestling fan, and I don't think Magnus Knox should win that because he didn't really do that much. He didn't really fight that hard. Well, guess what? I took 2 moves that typically end matches for those guys, and I fought. I used my determination to slip in and win this belt. And in just my 7 days, I have made this the most prized possession in Imagine Wrestling. I have made this the top title because I'm the top guy. And I hear already there's 2 men who want this title. The Rocker, Chris Sands, and Lowlife, James Ross. Well, guess what? I already beat you, Lowlife. I don't care about that. And Rocker, Chris Sands, you say you're going to bang some heads. The only thing getting banged is your head off the mat when I give you a concussion, okay, brother? Because you're not the real deal. I'm the real deal. This belt is the real deal. And you're going to get a taste of real dealness when you step in the ring with me, whoever wins that match next week.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the real deal Magnus Knox and your new Imagine Live champion throwing the gauntlet down at the feet of the Rocker, Chris Sands. And now I'd like to bring in a not so newcomer at this point, a very impressive showing at the Rail City Rumble, the Acquired Taste. Sir, like I said, you had a very impressive debut and quite a showing at the Rail City Rumble. What are your thoughts on your future here at Imagine Wrestling?
Well, let me start off by saying this. I am feeling very disrespected, specifically by you, DC.
By me?
A couple weeks ago, I introduced myself, and you got my name wrong. So right now, I want to give you this opportunity to say my name one more time, or so help me God. I will call my father. He will throw more money into this company to get you and your bald head fired from this company. So say my name.
I don't want to get fired. I'm saving up that money for a hair transplant. Your name is Mason Lawrence, the Acquired Taste.
That's much better. Thank you, DC. But the disrespect does not stop there. See, let me remind you, I lasted 20 minutes in that Rail City Rumble. 20 minutes that was quite possibly the richest 20 minutes that anyone has ever seen in their pathetic lives. But then I got disrespected once again when I got thrown out. And I'm not going to have any of that. This is not the end of Mason Lawrence. This is only the beginning. And soon enough, I'm going to climb the ranks of Imagine Wrestling, and I'm going to do that with a smile on my face and money in my pockets. Now, I'll say it once and I'll say it again. I am an acquired taste, and I know that you'll come around. And when you do, you'll never forget my name again.
That was Mason Lawrence, the Acquired Taste, every bit as acquired as Pink Champagne, looking to ascend the ladder here at Imagine Wrestling. This past Saturday at the Rail City Rumble, not only did we feature that impressive Rail City Rumble matchup, but we also had an Imagine Heavyweight Championship title bout between the good neighbor John Ross and your champion, the world beater Chris Coleman. Let's take a look at the final result.
He's calling on his neighbors looking for the cutter.
Coleman saw it coming, kicked out of it, threw John into the corner, up on the shoulder.
Oh, he got her! Cutter! Cutter! He's got this is the end!
Mike, we might have a new champ.
That's it! Here we go!
1, 2, 3. No! It was only a 2 count.
John, you gotta stay on top of him, man! Oh no! Honest to God with this low life. Oh! Get your pound of flesh, neighbor!
The low life!
Neighbor John!
The low life paid!
Down, Johnny! Come on, John! Don't pay attention to your son!
Coleman's up and now John's up on his shoulder. No, this cannot be good! There's the power slam. 1, 2. Chris Coleman has retained.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the Imagination, you just saw the final result of that Imagine Heavyweight Championship match this past Saturday between the world beater Chris Coleman and the good neighbor John Ross. I'd like to bring in our champion here. Here he comes now. a bit nervous. I'm a bit trepidatious, but this is your Imagine Heavyweight Champion. Chris, I have to ask you, you have...
So, the results from that match, I heard folks were upset about how that match ended. That match ended precisely as I intended it to, with me the victor. I keep telling all of my opponents, you need to have a better plan than I do. If you're not stronger than me, if you're not faster than me, if you're not more experienced than me, you had better have a better plan. John Ross did not have a better plan. So, we then move forward to the winner of the Rail City Rumble, Tito Orich. I can't seem to get you out of my path, can I? Well, I cannot discount your toughness, Tito. You did outlast all the other competitors in a very fiercely contested battle royal. However, you have yet to defeat me in singles combat. And that is something that simply will not change. You cannot defeat me, Tito. So, August 17th, Imagination and Tito Orich, one more time, we'll be seeing you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was your heavyweight champion, the world beater, the Norseman, Chris Coleman. He's got the good neighbor John Ross in his wake, and he has got the unbreakable Tito Orich in his future. But now I want to talk about something that is very important to us here at Imagine Wrestling, and that's you. Members, ladies and gentlemen of the Imagine Nation, you are absolutely our lifeblood, and this is our brand new Fan of the Week.
We are back. I want to thank our fan of the week, Ariel Wallace. Somebody who might have more hair colors than Malachi Gage and more tie-dye than Jimmy the Hippie. She is definitely a great candidate for being fan of the week. Thank you, Ariel Wallace, for being part of the Imagination. Absolutely. I'm joined at the desk at this time by a dear friend of mine, Mr. D.C. Bentley.
That's right, Jimmy, the high-flying hippie. I've got a lot on my mind. You see, this past Saturday, we had the Rail City Rumble, which means there was only one winner and 27 friggin' losers. You know what that tells me, Jimmy? That tells me that there are an awful lot of people who have excuses as to why they did not win that particular match, and I'm one of them. So this is DC Bentley's top 5 excuses that I did not win the 2024 Rail City Rumble. Jimmy, are you ready?
I'm ready. Strap yourselves in, y'all.
So, number 1 excuse, I'm so chubby that the food from the concession stand distracted me. That's right. The pizza, the pretzels, the candy bars. I gotta tell you, if sugar is my religion, that concession stand is my church. Carbs, 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 carbs.
It is good food.
That's right. You know, the sad thing is, I lost 12 pounds gearing up for that match to look that disgraceful. That's really upsetting to me.
Yeah, it's upsetting.
You know what that tells me? The camera adds between 15 and 35 pounds, apparently. Don't worry, Jimmy.
Pretty wide range there.
It is. I'm still working on it.
All right.
You know, deep down inside of here, there's still a thin, in-shape person wanting to get out. Now, if I could just handle all this pizza that's wanting to get in, I'll be in good shape. You know? I have a Lucky shirt, Jimmy. I don't know if you noticed this. It's my old Lucky shirt. I used to wear it to the gym all the time. It says, "Guess" on the front of it. When I walked into the arena, Tammy yelled at me, "A thyroid problem!"
Oh, man.
That was her guess.
Ooh, PU, that was rotten. That was real. That was rough.
You know, excuse number 2, I'm so short that I couldn't reach the top rope, let alone throw somebody over it. That's my second excuse. You know, maybe the rules went right over my head. I'm short. You know, you gotta hand it to me, Jimmy, because I can't reach it myself. I'm short. You know, please, Jimmy, for my performance, please don't look down on me.
Okay.
I'm short. That was my number 2 excuse. Number 3 excuse. Seeing the Freak Doug Diggler and Balcazar disoriented me. They made their return. That's right. The evil priest Balcazar and the Freak Doug Diggler. It was the face paint and the black fingernails and the hair dye. It dizzied me, you know. I got all confused. I felt like a dyslexic goth kid. I almost sold my soul to Santa. You know what I'm saying? You know, seeing those two together was good. It was like the old death metal band got back together, you know? A couple of, you know, old decomposers together, you know what I mean? You know, Doug Diggler, he's got quite a history here in Altoona. It was good to see him back. You know, he used to be a DJ for WPR, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember that.
For more information on that, check his Wikipedia. Or you could just ask him, he'll tell you. Number 4 excuse, I was grossly out of condition. That's right, I'd say out of shape, but I was kind of round. You know, I am so out of shape that I was slower than AOL on dial-up in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, those were some bad days back then, man.
Listen, I saw Justin Sane, I saw the big star Dave Daniel, I saw the Freak Doug Diggler, I saw Balcazar, and it really jogged my memory. And I got winded, you know what I mean? And the number 5 excuse, Jake Wiley of the Rad Boys screwed me. That may be a poor choice of words, but you understand what I meant. He cost me an opportunity. Now, granted, I did try to throw him out first, and then I did punch him in his face. But, you know, he's got everything. I got nothing. He's a young millennial that's in good shape, probably measures his body weight in Instagrams, you know? He's mad at me because he used to be a gamer. They called him Player 1, but I'm the number 1 player. He's just a gamer, which means I got chicks in high school and he got bullied in high school. That's right. You know, they say the only thing he's ever been out on a date with is his energy drink. You never heard how he went out with a bang?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, brrr-tat. And that is my 5 excuses of why I did not win the Rail City Rumble.
Oh, my. You're going to end on that one, huh?
I'm ending on that one, and I got
right,
business to take care of. I'll see you later.
All right, we'll be seeing DC Bentley back in a bit. And that was DC Bentley's 5 excuses that he did not win the Rail City Rumble, Mike Zeke.
Yeah, I was trying real hard.
What's your 5 excuses? You aren't even in it, Mike Zeke. What's your 5 excuses?
I'm out of shape. I don't show up. I do show up. I don't. Hey, man. I was just happy to be. I don't have any excuse. I don't. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. But nonetheless, thank you, DC Bentley, for being in the house. Always a pleasure having DC in the house. Speaking of DC Bentley, if you're looking for high-quality windows and/or patio door home investment options within your budget, contact DC Bentley of Renewal by Anderson at 814-330-9870. Text him right now. He just went off camera. He's probably going to check messages. So if you need new windows, text him or call him right now. Don't wait. Get him now.
Renewal by Anderson. Invest in your home. Invest in yourself. Invest in your family. Invest in your future with our sponsor, Renewal by Anderson. We thank our sponsors.
Next show, again, is five short weeks away, August 17th. Tickets are available right now. You can get VIP as well. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have our premium channel for $9.99 a month. If you were not in the house on Saturday, that show's already up and ready to go. So if you missed the Rail City Rumble, Subscribe for $9.99 a month, and you can get that now. You can also get, we had a lot of KCW stars from the past in. There's all the whole KCW library is on there too. So, I go back and I watch stuff often because that's where I got my start.
As someone who spent over 50 minutes in the Rail City Rumble before being eliminated by the franchise Shane Douglas, I can tell you that atmosphere was electric. The imagination's hotter than a heat wave this summer. Get your tickets now for August 17th back here on the home turf at the Juniata Civics Association building. Get on the website, www.imaginewrestling.com. Get those tickets.
And as a reminder, shortly after our main event here coming up very shortly, we will have the contract signing between our tag team champions, the Rad Boys, and the Watch. So be sure to stick around after this matchup. But you didn't come here to hear me talk. You came here to see some action. Let's head to the ring for our main event right now. Take it away, DC.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the Imagination, I am standing in ring right now with one of the members of the Watch, the lowlife, James Ross. James, to say that you have had an awful lot going on lately is an absolute understatement, and I don't even know where to begin, so I'm going to let you.
That's fair. You see, recently things haven't been going the best for me. I lost the Imagine Live Heavyweight Championship last week to Magnus Knox, of all people. I failed to reclaim the Tag Team Championships this past Saturday. I failed to win the Rail City Rumble. But there are some successes in there, and we're building to further successes. You see, although I didn't come out on top in the Rail City Rumble, I was going in disadvantaged. Of the 4 men who competed in the tag team contest, I entered the earliest. I was the most worn down when I entered the ring, and I made it until the final 6. I eliminated the franchise Shane Douglas, who had 6 eliminations under his belt in a span of maybe 6 minutes. I made the biggest impact in that match, and you can't tell me otherwise. 57 minutes and 51 seconds I spent in the Rail City Rumble, only to be robbed and come up short. But Saturday wasn't entirely spent in vain, because I managed to affect the heavyweight championship match as well. The world heavyweight champion, the world beater, Chris Coleman, remains on top. Because once again, my father forgot that his son will not let him succeed due to the fact that he's held me down my entire life. It's just returning a favor. And as far as the optimism for the future goes, tonight, I beat the Rocker Chris Sands right here in the middle of the ring. And next week, I beat the goof Magnus Knox, broccoli-headed haircut. And I take him out, just like I took out Greg's leg on Saturday. And I reign supreme again as the Imagine Live heavyweight champion, because I'm a lowlife, baby.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the lowlife James Ross. We are going to head across the ring now and speak with the Rocker, Chris Sands. Rocker, I know that when it comes to the Rail City Rumble, you're a little bit of a legacy winner. Not quite the result that you would have hoped for this past Saturday, but what are your thoughts in general?
DC, I got 3 things on my mind. 1 is the beautiful women and the rock and roll. 2 is the Imagine Live heavyweight champion. And 3 is the tag team champions. And like sweet baby Trey, I'm back in the saddle again, and so is my partner, Jimmy the Hippie. So tonight, it's just going to be the first step into climbing that mountain again and being a champion.
All right. What a great perspective by the Rocker Chris Sands, feeling very positive, and I'm going to get out of this ring so we can get this matchup underway. Thank you.
Hey, while we wait, get everybody ready for the main event here, why don't you take it away, brother?
Yeah, I've been a tie-dyer for over 20 years. This skill was passed on me by an old hippie 2 decades ago. I hand tie and dye everything. Check out my business, my page, my company, Flying Hippie Tie Dye. You can find me on Facebook. Drop me a message, place an order. Help me out and help your wardrobe out with brighter colors and better prices from Flying Hippie Tie Dye. Thank you for this time, Imagine Wrestling. With that, we're back to the ring.
And introducing first, he is the former longest reigning Imagine Live heavyweight champion. He's a lowlife, James Ross.
This is a man has no standards and even less respect. A true lowlife.
I don't think he liked that I pointed out that accolade. Must still be sad that he lost the title. And his opponent, He is the rocker, Chris Sands.
This guy looks like an all-star, plays like an all-star, but parties like a rock star. My best friend in the ring and out.
Party like a rock. Remember that song?
I do.
Yeah, it's a good song. Not a rock song, but I mean, it's like a rock song. All right.
Referee John Williams
Yeah.
will be your official this evening.
Freshly shaved skullet, I see.
Yes, we've seen in the past John Williams, a referee who does play the rules very, very strictly.
Yes, he
but
does.
We'll let the action continue.
He's a stickler for the rules,
He
Jimmy.
is, just a little bit. Just a little bit. There ain't nothing the matter with that. Tight collar and elbow tie up there, Mike Zeke.
Yeah, man. Gonna be interesting to see how this matchup plays out. I know James Ross, obviously coming off of not winning in the Rail City Rumble, but very, very happy that he was able to eliminate the franchise Shane Douglas. But as I said, I just mentioned that he was the longest reigning, but he still seems a little uneasy about how he lost that championship, especially in the way that he lost that championship. Very surprising.
Very surprising. He doesn't take these accolades as a feather in his cap. Somehow it just puts another chip on his
Quick cover.
shoulder.
Here we go.
Makes that attitude and that ego even worse. Chris Sands, very, very, very astute wrestler there. Not letting that man even get up for a second, applying that real chin lock. Look how deep that is, Mike Zeke.
Rocker controlling the pace. It's his matchup right now here, ladies and gentlemen.
That is a full-blown sleeper hold. Look at that.
Yeah, it is. Wow. Oh, was that an open fist there, John? Yeah, that looked like a rough shot there, Jimmy.
They look real rough.
Oh, big clothesline from Rucker. In for the cover. Here we go. 1, 2. Not so fast, my friend. Just a 2 counts. As referee John Williams.
James Ross still puffing from that clothesline. Chris Sands right back to that sleeper hold. Love this strategy.
Yeah, I mean a lot going on in the world of the watch. You know what I mean? The tag team championships hang in the balance, potentially losing one member of the watch. Chris Coleman still our heavyweight champion, has Tito Orich coming up, and Low Life trying to regain his Imagine Live heavyweight championship. So certainly a little bit of turmoil for the watch, I must say.
Low Life, very astute wrestler himself there, very savvy on the ground. Chris Sands trying to wrap them legs around to finish a rear naked choke there, and James Ross had none of it.
Man.
Still finding that sleeper hold.
Right back to that sleeper hold, Jimmy. You're right. Let's see if the Low Life can regain some consciousness near.
Right in the crook of that elbow. It don't get much deeper than that.
Yeah, his face is turning red, man. As red as his boot there. Oh! Right into the corner for the Rocker.
Uses that buckle a second time. Hangman style neck breaker. Chris Sands is twitching.
And just like that, the Low Life is now controlling the pace of this match.
Very, very Devon Dudley-esque with that Hangman's neck breaker. Laying all the way out, dropping Chris Sands flat on that mullet.
Reverend Devon loved that move.
He did. He's going to stay on that neck now, knee in the spine, wrenching on that chin.
Yeah.
Very uncomfortable position here for Chris Sands.
Oh, he's just trying to get underneath with the underhook there, Jimmy.
Yeah, by grapevining that arm, he's taken half of Chris Sands' ability to get out of this hole away.
He's also putting a lot of strain on the front of his shoulder around his neck.
Both men, a little bit of separation.
Oh, here we go! Hair Bowling Wednesdays here at Imagine Live, courtesy of the Low Life, James Ross. As if we expected anything different on a Wednesday night from the Low Life, James Ross.
2 full hands full of hair there, like
Yeah.
he was shampooing that mullet.
Like Chris Sands owed him money.
Yes, very, very devious tactic there. The Low Life lives up to his name again.
Rocker just trying to create some kind of separation here. Just trying. These guys trying to just brawl here.
Chris Sands going for a double leg there, just trying to get his man back to the ground. Finds himself in a front face lock, still firing away.
James Ross got a nice base here, keeping Chris Sands at bay.
Chris Sands with that mullet, these tassels, those tights, he kind of reminds me of a young Sam Houston. He kind of looks like, oh, Edge-O-Matic. Low Life drops him right in the gutter.
Just a 2 count. Almost putting away Sam Houston. I mean, the Rocker Chris Sands.
Near fall. You can see he's still shaking that mullet.
Yeah,
he's still got
rocking.
some life. But
still rocking and rolling.
he definitely had to be rocked and rolled by that Edge-O-Matic style slam. Everything's been on the high shoulders and neck of Chris Sands thus far this match. You can see him turning his head in a very odd way there. Chris Sands probably starting to stiffen up.
You know what's interesting? Something I've noticed about the Low Life James Ross. Oh, other than him pulling the hair right in front of the referee, Jimmy. I was about to give him a compliment. There he goes, cheating again.
Yeah, you get twofer on the hair pull Wednesday this week.
He's been stating since he left his father, he left the roost, if you will, that he's been more successful, and you can't argue that. You can't. But what I'm noticing about the lowlife James Ross is his change in style. He's got the Sideshow Psycho Malachi Gage, the heavyweight champion Chris Coleman, and the Alpha Rick Matthews all together, trying to help bring him along. And I see a lot of tendencies, like this ruthlessness I'm starting to see from him. I see Malachi Gage in that ring.
Speaking of ruthlessness, he's hit a knee right on the point of the jaw. Chris Sands there. Slight hesitation from Chris Sands. Cost him.
Wow.
Very high knee. Shades of Mike Rotunda.
Yeah, looks like he might have lost a tooth there, Jimmy. Referee John Williams might want to check on him. Yeah, that's
I like the style of these two, whether you agree with James Ross or not. Very, very effective knee there. Very old school way of doing things.
Looking to put him away with his running enziguri potentially.
Flying knees here at Imagine Dojo.
Yeah, Rocker's struggling there. Oh! Maybe play a little possum on low-life James Ross.
Maybe that's the...
Hey, there's a sliced bread!
That's sliced bread number one, and maybe that's the Renewal by Anderson window of opportunity that Chris Sand needs. Call Renewal by Anderson at 814-330-9870. As for DC Bentley, Jordan Treese, Renewal by Anderson, Chris Sands. Chris Sands is crawling through that window. He's beating James Ross to his feet.
Can he put him away here?
Lateral press. If he'd have grapevine that leg, Mike Zeke, if he'd have grapevine that leg with his leg, that very well may have been it. I'm not sure James Ross would have had it to kick out.
Wow. Yeah, you're right, Jimmy. I mean, you would know better than anybody. So,
James Ross, the longest reigning Imagine Live champion here.
Well, here we go. Rocker going up.
Fight, even with or without a belt.
Yeah. Oh! What a devastating backbreaker!
What a float through.
Oh my God! And another one.
He ain't done.
What's he doing, Jimmy? Wow!
Both sides. Are you kidding me? Come on, Chris Sands. 2.9.
Wow, I have not seen him do that yet.
That's the first time I've seen that anywhere. Beautiful float over, beautiful transition. Ugly that he's doing it to my best friend.
Triple backbreaker variation from the lowlife, James Ross.
Triple backbreaker showing he is 3 times as nasty, 3 times as dirty as anyone. This James Ross. You see that red kick pad. I think we know what he's looking for here, Mike Zeke.
Brother. He's going for that enziguri. Here we go. Oh! Rocker. Float through. Here we go.
Oklahoma roll.
2. Low-light kicks out. Both men back to their feet.
Crucifix.
Here we go. 2. Low-light kicks out. 2.99.
Chris Sands really getting a second wind here.
Wow, man. Who's going to get the upper hand here? Hey, wait a minute. James Ross has the tights. No, come on.
You gotta be kidding me. Not like that. O'Connor roll with a handful of tights.
Out of the sight of the referee.
Your winner, James Ross, and I hate him for it.
That low life. What a low life.
I wonder if he ever goes home and thinks about what he's done sometimes.
I doubt it.
I doubt it, too. We know his father raised him better than that.
You want to touch my ass?
Oh, these guys.
Uh-oh.
Chris Sands.
He just pie-fade the Rocker.
Laughing right in the face.
Oh!
Man, Chris Sands. Yeah, that's right. Get him.
I just let him fight. Let him fight. There goes James. Gonna scurry away here.
Crazy.
That's right. Take that ass whooping home with you.
Oh, Rocker clearly upset. I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Hey, sometimes you got to disturb the peace. Chris Sands showing a little other side of himself there. It's not all pink tights and fluffy mullets when it comes to him.
Yeah.
This kid knows how to fight. You know,
Yeah,
I've had him under my learning tree for the last year, and I'm telling you, he's got the goods, and we're the next big ticket here at Imagine Wrestling. That was just a sample of what will hand the watch or any other tag team on this roster. Know what I'm saying, Mike Zeke?
I know exactly what you're saying, and we'll be seeing that contract signing here just in a few moments here while they're getting in position and ready. So the low-life James Ross, I believe either the next week or the following week, it's either next week or 2 weeks from now, he should be getting a shot at Magnus Knox, I believe.
What a clash in styles and personalities between James Ross and Magnus Knox.
Yeah.
Talk about some unorthodox offense and some out-of-the-box thinkers. That'll be one to see. I hope Imagine Wrestling gets that to you as soon as possible here on a Wednesday night. We thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to this channel here on YouTube, like this video, Like, share, subscribe, hit all things social media for Imagine Wrestling. Help us out. We like bringing this program to you every week, and we can't do it without you. We thank you, the fans of the Imagination. And I thank you, Mike Zeke, for sharing this podium every week, man. It's a good time.
I've enjoyed this little ride here. I've been doing this with you for a long time now, a couple months. I think it's about 6 months now. I think actually since James won the Imagine Live Championship.
It's a stressful job, man. But sometimes I wouldn't want to share it with anyone else, man.
And I wouldn't want to share it with anyone else either, man.
Yeah, I'm real happy, man.
I appreciate you. I appreciate the Imagination. I appreciate being here. And with that, I think we're ready.
We're getting the cue from the back. Something about
Is that time?
that we're going to send to the video to a tag team title finish?
That's right. You know what? How about before we do this, we see what happened at the end of the tag team title match this past Saturday. Let's take a look at that right now.
Fight out of it. Into the ropes, he makes the tag. Malachi, I don't think knows it.
Swing and a miss from Malachi Gage.
Forearm to the back of the neck.
No!
Off the ropes with the code breaker. Jake going up.
Wait a minute!
That's
Hey,
the Alpha!
Rick Matthews!
We
What the hell is he doing out here?
Wait a minute.
What are we doing?
Your winner
The Alpha. We
via
haven't seen the Alpha much,
disqualification
and he just speared his way
and
through the
still
ring.
Imagine Wrestling Tag Team Champion,
Why would he do that?
the Rad Boys.
He just indirectly cost his cohorts, the lowlight James Ross and Malachi Gage, as a team, a shot at the tag team titles.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the Imagination, that was the result of this last Saturday's Tag Team Championship matchup between the Watch and the Rad Boys. What a contentious feud. However, on August the 17th, we have a very special stipulation match that we are going to have a contract signing for those Imagine Tag Team Championship titles. This is a tag team title career-ending match. The stipulation: whomever has their shoulders pinned to the mat for a count of 3 will have to leave Imagine Wrestling forever. It is either going to be Braden Elliott, Jake Wiley of the Rad Boys, or it's going to be Malachi Gage and the Alpha Rick Matthews of the Watch. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring in our challengers first. I'm going to welcome to the ring the Alpha Rick Matthews, the big truck, and the Sideshow Psycho Malachi Gage. Gentlemen, welcome to the ring, and thank you for being part of this contract signing. Please have a seat, make yourselves comfortable. And now I'll introduce to the ring the tag team champions, Bangin' Jake Wiley, all that, Braden Elliott, the Rad Boys. Please, gentlemen, let's keep this discourse civil. Save everything for August the 17th. Gentlemen, you can see the stipulation is outlined right there in black and white on your contract. Please, each team take a moment, read over it, and when prepared, sign your names on the dotted line, sealing your fate to engage in this matchup. Jake Wiley. Looking over the verbiage in the contract.
Listen, boys, I know you guys just want to read, but let's speed this thing up.
Listen here. You jealous, huh? Look at that. Look at that. 5 times. 5 times. I can say one thing. Braden, that guy, and you, Mr. Eyebrow, I'm not getting pinned in this. I can't get pinned in this. You want to know why? Because I'm entertaining. I'm one half of the best tag team that Imagine Wrestling has ever seen. Ever. So it's not going to be me. I'm not getting pinned.
Well, I guess that makes me the other half of the entertaining tag team. The best tag team, like he said 5 times. Yeah. Look at me when I'm talking to you. That's right. Yeah. Best damn tag team is sitting across the table from you two right now. So there's absolutely no reason that we're going to lose to the two of you. And I'm damn sure not going to be pinned. Because I've got too much to lose. I've been destined since day one to be the man around here, whether it's this belt or any other belt. I promise you that I'm not going to get pinned. Because I've got a lot more left to do.
Gentlemen, if you'll please sign. Jake Wiley has signed the contract. Braden Elliott has signed the contract.
Look it over. Make sure you look that over. You need to read this.
You know what the big one says?
I don't need to read this. I don't need to read it. I know what's at stake. I already know what this says. And you know what? I don't care. You see, boys, we had a plan. We had a plan coming into the Rumble. The long game has always been these. You already know Nicole is mine. The long game has always been these. Now, we did what we did, and then in response, you challenged us, and not just for these titles, which is what we wanted, but you guys did something that, I'll be honest, we never expected. You put one of your careers on the line. Because let's be on it. And look at me when I'm talking to you. Because come August 17th, here in Altoona, it's not going to be the Alpha. And it's not going to be the Sideshow Psycho. That'll be the last time the imagination gets to see the Rad Boys in action. Because one of you, your time is up.
Malachi Gage has signed the contract. Now it's all on the Alpha Rick Matthews to sign his name. And ladies and gentlemen, with a final signature, that seals the deal for August the 17th. This is going to be a career-ending tag team title match on the 17th. All 4 sign the waiver.
May I, DC? May I? August 17th. You just put ink to paper. And in doing so, you sealed your own fate. The two of you have sealed your own fate. And now that you took that pen and put it on that paper, the past doesn't matter. The present doesn't matter. Because we're walking away with those. But who would I be to ignore history? What kind of man would I be, Alpha, to ignore history?
Can't ignore history.
I mean, hell,
You can't ignore it.
it was only March of this year that you got your first pinfall over me, wasn't it? Right? And it wasn't because Jake Wiley was getting the pinfalls. I mean, look at the statistics, boys. You're in deep water. You're in deep water way over your head. And you're going to drown. So on March 17th, everything you've worked for, all the time in the gym together, all five-time title wins. They all go up in smoke, don't they? I see it in your eyes. It's starting to set in. It's set in. And on August 17th, we end your career.
Just one of them.
And when we end your career, me and the Alpha, we're going to go in the crowd. We're going to find your family. We're going to spit in their face. And we're going to rub our tag team title.
Whoa, gentlemen, whoa. Let's keep it civil, guys. Come on, I know this is an incendiary moment. Keep it civil. Save it.
Take a good look at those boys. Take a real good look.
All right. I return to some civility and diplomacy. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Jeez.
That was something.
It was.
Malachi Gage made a good point, man. He said statistics don't lie. Numbers don't lie.
Yeah, get my microphone.
There it is.
Hey,
Rad Boys are the 5-time champions. You know, the amount of bad blood between these 4 individuals, it's no secret. The history between the Rad Boys and the Watch is legendary at this point, as far as Imagine Wrestling goes. Clearly, with the stipulation they have in place, I mean, I personally don't like this situation, the stipulation. I like the situation. I don't like any of it, but doesn't matter what I like. Doesn't matter what I want. Somebody's going home for good on August 17th. We got 4 more weeks, 5 weeks till the show. We'll just have to have you tune in next Wednesday and every Wednesday going forward to see how this plays out, how everything else plays out. New Imagine Live #1 contender, Low Life James Ross. I'm sorry, I'm just still a little flabbergasted about what just happened here, but
Yeah. Well, it's easy to get flabbergasted.
Yeah.
It's easy to get ahead of yourselves. At this time of year, especially in this heat, it's very important that we're all understanding and kind to each other. Reach out. Don't suffer in silence. We speak a lot about mental health and these topics.
Yeah.
Reach out to someone. Get the help you need. Get it off your chest and feel better. And in doing so, be kinder to others.
thank you. We love you, and we'll see you next Wednesday.